Hi, this is Simon Leung back with Groove at any time. First things first, if you can hear me, please do me a favor and comment one in the comment section because I was actually on about an hour ago on my own show and it turned out that I was talking to myself for about 5 minutes because I didn't know that nobody could hear me until I received some comments, people saying no audio, couldn't hear you, and I had to restart my computer and mess with a whole bunch of technical stuff, all in a rush to restart and reset and get everything back up to speed. So hopefully, if you can hear me, then you can help me out by typing in a 1. And of course, if you can't hear me, probably within 15 to 20 seconds, I'll probably see a whole bunch of additional messages once again saying no audio, I can't hear you, or whatever other problems that you might be experiencing. But regardless, hopefully everything is working out fine. If you are here, you're watching us, welcome back to Groove at any time, where we can be on any time at any day, and we can literally be talking about just about anything. But lately, we've been talking more about, at least in the last couple of weeks, we've been talking about affiliate marketing. We've been talking about the different resources that we can pull up to help you and everything along those lines. So if you like this topic, if you like talking about affiliate marketing, about how you can promote webinars and all those great things, then help me out by typing in a like in the comments so that I know that you like this topic, and I will plan more on this particular subject at a later time. And by the way, if you are here, you're watching us live or even on the replay, please do me a favor and comment the country, the city, as well as the time that you are at so that we know that you are here with us. All right, so we got a couple people. Mr. Robert is actually the gentleman who shared with us that I could not be heard earlier. So thank you very much, Mr. Robert, for joining us. Long time no see. LOL. Yes, it's been about an hour already, and I know it's forever in internet times. I know you sent me some messages. I just saw some notifications right before I got on live, so I'll be sure to go check and respond to you. Thank you for your consideration. We got Eva, very cool. Thank you for saying hi. Michelle, we got all these ones. Oh, I get it. I was asking if you could hear me, and it's great. It's great to be heard, and it's great to be here. Okay, Michelle is asking, what are you speaking to today? I'm speaking to you. I'm speaking to all of you, but I don't think it's what. It should be who are you speaking to today. But if you're asking about the topic, you can always check about what topics we are speaking about and the title of our live streams. Okay, so thank you very much. Today, more specifically, we're going to be talking about live webinars and affiliate marketing. All right, Michelle is saying like, as in like this content. Very cool. We got our friend Discount Rush Brands and Dr. Swanee Teas. That's a cool name from YouTube. Like, we got Miles saying like, very cool. We got Facebook user from New York City, 10 p.m. By the way, Facebook user and anyone who is joining us for the first time, or maybe it's not your first time, but we still aren't able to see you yet, please go ahead and go to streamyard.com/Facebook so that we can be authorized to see who you are instead of just Facebook user. Or if it doesn't work for you for whatever reason, please go ahead and put your name in parentheses so that we know how to address you. Miles is saying in USA, Iowa, 9 p.m. A very good evening to you. Delaware, 10:03 p.m. Ottawa, Canada. Mr. Jeff, we got Yuri saying hi. Yes, Chicago, 9 p.m. Very cool. And we got Roy from Rockledge, Florida. So a huge welcome to all of you. All of you are here because you want to hopefully learn more about how you can maximize your use of Groove. And we got Robert saying email swipes are intimidating. Trying to convey the personality of the message through text form is so frustrating. And earlier on my previous show, Robert actually did ask a little bit about wanting to learn more about copywriting. And so here it is. I think it's not necessarily what you had in mind maybe, but at the very least, I think this is something that we come and meet in the middle for all of us to be able to share something that would benefit all of our Groove members just by being on this session. So of course, later on, we want to continue to provide you with more content. If you have any additional suggestions on what you would like to learn about, definitely let us know. Robert from Atlanta, Georgia, good to see you. Okay, very cool. So lately, again, we've been talking about affiliate marketing, and that is so for a very specific reason. Now, the reason that we want to do this is because, of course, as part of the Groove community, we want you to be successful. I've seen a lot of comments. I've seen a lot of people who are talking about the tutorials or the training, and maybe not all of them are necessarily directly to the point, and I understand that. In fact, for a lot of these live sessions, a lot of times, because for mine specifically, I also do a lot of interaction. I make sure that I answer your questions. I make sure that I acknowledge you as well. So what many people will find is that, no, we're not always to the point necessarily. However, whenever we do have certain things that we want to share with you, we do want to ensure that you get the most out of it. So if you're here, you're at Groove, okay? So whatever the case is, I'm sure you want to learn, and there are certain types of improvements that you want to learn along the way. And so with that said, I also want to let you know that alongside with working with the Groove team, whether it's the marketing team or the accounting team or whatever other teams that put together the landing pages and things like that, we're always striving to continue to improve the process for you, not just on the educational standpoint, but also in providing the resources and the training. And so if you're sitting there and you're saying, I don't have the time to watch this 1 hour training or David Lemon's 2 hour trainings, if you can't put aside 1 hour or 2 hour a day into your own education, then maybe you can find additional ways for you to educate yourself. However, I would probably say that the interaction, especially with the way that the trainers are able to engage you and engage with you and answer your questions, is probably one of the better methods for a lot of people to learn. If you would rather have shorter videos, shorter tutorials, go back to our YouTube channel, go to groovedigitalaacademy.com. There are plenty of shorter tutorial videos that can benefit you there as well. And so as we continue to improve the process, for me personally, I've been working with official Groove team members. I'm talking about copywriters. I've been working with designers, people who are working on creating landing pages, as well as those who are a lot more technical than I am. Plus, we are working on some bonuses that will be available on the webinars that I will be conducting and continue to be conducting. And this is actually a little bit of a surprise because we don't want to let the cat out of the bag too early. I don't want to announce things that are not yet ready. So right now, I'm just going to call them surprise bonuses. When it's ready, hopefully within the next 1, 2, or 3 weeks, then hopefully at that point in time, when it's ready for prime time, you will get more excited about that as well. But today, I want to talk to you a little bit more about something that is ready and something that I was able to work on over the weekend, and I will talk to you about the announcement of an all-new email swipe that you will be able to use. Okay, so again, before we do that, we're gonna go ahead and say hi to a few of you, which basically just to acknowledge you, to ensure that you are here. Facebook user Robert Foley, full blast. I really need a computer. You would definitely benefit, Mr. Robert, from having a computer. Working on an Android, it could get you so far, but I would say to maximize your benefits, especially within the Groove community, I would definitely choose to work off of a computer. Facebook user, I know David and Simon sounds very similar. In fact, David Simon, I believe, is one of our famous Bible characters as well. But here's the thing, I'm not David, so thank you for correcting that. Hello, Simon. Good to see you. Okay, very cool. Now, let's try and move on a little bit in terms of the training for today. What we have shared with you thus far is that today we're going to share with you some additional resources that we have provided to you in the form of live webinar email swipes. If you don't know what email swipes are, let's start more from the beginning. Email swipes especially in affiliate marketing terms, is when the product owner or the business owner or the service provider, they create pre-written emails for the purpose of their affiliates so that they can simply copy and paste and put them into their emails and send out to their prospects. It's supposed to make the email, the affiliates process of emailing a lot easier, because it means that they don't have to write the email themselves. It means that if they don't understand the product or the service, it's okay, because the product owner theoretically was able to write the actual email for his or her affiliates, and they can just kind of copy and paste. However, in my own recommendation, after having been on online marketing game for over a decade and a half, I've been making money online since 1997. I've been doing affiliate marketing ever since 2004, 2005. What I typically would encourage anyone who wants the results to actually do is to use these email swipes as a template. You can use them to model after if you want. I know there are a lot of people who just, want to copy and paste, and I have seen those people get a lot of success with that model as well. However, if we're talking about, a product that we're promoting, such as Groove Funnels, where there are literally 350,000 plus members, meaning that over 350,000 people who are members are also potential affiliates who are promoting the exact same products. If everybody uses the exact same swipe files as they are, just copy and paste, well, I'm sure you can agree, it will be oversaturated very quickly. It's not going to distinguish you versus anybody else. And pretty soon, it's all just going to look exactly the same. Now, if you have your own people, your own list of subscribers, people who are your own students, your own coaching clients or customers or whatever else, and you want to copy and paste it to them because you are confident that they won't be able to see this from anybody else, well, first of all, who knows, right? But second of all, if that's the way that you really feel, then there is no fault, so to speak. You're not doing anything wrong by simply copy and pasting. In fact, that's what swipe files originally, as its intention, were supposed to do. However, again, I would recommend that you use it as a template, model after it if you can, maybe use it to give you some ideas on the emails that you want to send out. It is recommended that you customize the actual emails to your own voice, to your own style, what you say to your leads normally in your emails, because I guarantee the way that I speak, the way that I write, the way that I communicate would definitely be very different than the way that you would speak, you would communicate, and you would write to your own subscribers, your own clients on social media or wherever else. Okay, so a lot of the things, because especially this particular email swipe, I wrote it. Okay, it's in my voice. It's the way that I normally communicate to my own subscribers, to people that I do email. Well, it means that if you go ahead and use it, copy and paste as is, you're not going to be using your own voice anymore. So what this is, this first resource that we will be providing to you today and sharing with you more on how to use it, is an email. Okay, this is an email that is designed to be sent out to a list, to a database, and it's a little bit personal in the sense that that's just my writing style. However, what you will see in many of the different kinds of email swipes out there from a lot of the affiliate partners that you might be working with, you might actually see that they are quite salesy, or maybe very high in the copywriting technicalities behind it and the strategies. And so again, that's why I would recommend that you take this with a grain of salt. You can copy and paste and model whatever it is that suits you. However, I would recommend that you ultimately customize it in your own voice and in your own style. Now, one way that you can send out these emails is if you don't have an autoresponder, which you should all have an autoresponder by now if you're within Groove, because of course Groove Mail is available to all of us. But let's say that you haven't used it yet, or maybe you haven't had the chance to build your own list yet, or maybe you only have certain networks or friends or students or clients or customers whom you normally email with on Gmail or Yahoo or Hotmail or wherever else. You can't if you want, as an option to send out the email swipe with your personal email. However, it is not always recommended, and definitely not if you have a high volume of people that you're going to be sending emails to. For example, if you're going to start getting a list of email addresses from somewhere, and especially for those that you don't know, you're just buying a list, or you're scraping it from somewhere, or you're borrowing it, or somehow you got a hold of it from somewhere else, and it's not a list of customers that you previously built a relationship with, then by sending out an email right off the bat, this is not going to end up very well. You're not going to convert very high. In fact, you might start to get a lot of complaints, in which case your Gmail account or your Yahoo Hotmail account will start to get flagged for spam, and it's just not going to work out very well. Even with traditional email marketing, which unfortunately we won't have time to go into detail today, I will tell you this is very easily a weekend or a 5-day or even like a 3-month, 6-month type of program if you want to learn the logistics and everything you want to know about email marketing. But one thing that you should understand about email marketing in general is that it's not always going to work in your favor if you simply start sending out a whole bunch of mass emails right away. Usually the IP addresses need to be warmed up. Usually you do need to also warm up your list, build relationships with them. So everything is normally a process. If you have a huge number of people where you want to just send them email, like all these email addresses, and you put them in the BCC of your email service provider, is not going to work out very well. A lot of them might go into spam. A lot of them might not get sent at all. You might get a whole bunch of bounce emails, and more than likely, you're not going to get a lot of response, even for the ones that go out anyway. So just a quick 101 on email marketing before I show you the actual swipe files. Okay, now if you understand so far what I've been talking about in terms of no spamming, do not just BCC, highly not recommended if you just, blindly email a whole bunch of people with your Gmail or your service provider or anything along those lines, type in understand or understood or I understand, because I want to make sure that the resources that we give you, you understand that it is not our intention for you to use these resources to spam and to, use it to do it inappropriately, because it's not only going to get you in trouble with your ISP, it might actually get all of us in trouble. Whether it's through reputation or even legally, we need to understand that it does make an impact and negatively affect everybody if we have some people who do all these types of spamming stuff. It's going to give the company a bad name. It will affect all of the affiliates, because now everybody, who sees these emails, they will see Groove funnels as spammers. And of course, we don't want that to happen. Okay, so very cool. Thank you for doing that. Now, if I can go back here and start to say hi again to those of you who are here. Hi, says Tony. Nick is saying hi. I've been loving your live trainings. Thank you very much, Nick. Definitely get in touch if you want to do this more. Will this be recorded for access later in FB group or training sections? Every one of our lives is automatically recorded, so you can always catch the replay. In fact, at this very same link, you will be able to catch the recording wherever you might be, whether it's Facebook, whether it's on YouTube, whether it's on Twitch, or anywhere else. Tuan is saying, what's up? We are waiting to catch up with you so that we can schedule you on this session very, very soon. So we're looking forward to that conversation as well. Facebook user saying, so true. Ashish saying, hi, buddy. For funnels, I shot have websites. For funnels, I shot have websites. I'm not sure if that's a question or a statement, but if you have a funnel or you create a website, congratulations on doing that. Very cool. Ashish, Facebook user, is saying great advice. Thank you very much. We got Coach Ryan from New Westminster, Canada. Good to see you. Discount Rush Brands and Dr. Funny's T says, I understand. Thank you, Samuel. Understand. Don't want to get blacklisted either. Absolutely. Cliff also says, understand. Nicholas, understand. Very good from Miles. We got Facebook user as well as Michelle saying, yep, got it. Hello to you as well. Facebook user. Zipporah is saying, hey, hello to you as well. What kind of lighting do you have, bro? Like the theme. I'll show you. And yeah, we got these lights going on. Okay, and they're LED, so that you can actually choose the color. But some colors end up being fuzzy, and we have another light over here. We got another ring light over here, and of course, the almighty G that you also have. I'm sure that by the time that we do our own training, I'll shine my G, you shine your G, and we'll just be G bros at the time. Next week, yes, absolutely. Let's go ahead and do it. What's going on? Need best webinar automated groove groove funnel. Can anyone help? I'm sure that there are people who can help. I don't really understand this question, but if there's anyone who can assist, please go ahead and do so. The camera right now I'm using is just, believe it or not, your very basic Logitech C922. Okay, it's not any fancy camera. There is a fancy camera right here. There's another fancy camera right up there, but I'm just using a regular old webcam right now. So I'm sure later on, when we start to collab, as the cool kids call it, right? We do our own collaboration on different things. Then we'll pull out the cool guns and the G thing, as you mentioned, and we'll do some really, really cool stuff together. So very cool. Thank you for acknowledging your understanding of the swipe files. Now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, I am sure you've been waiting for all of this, but let's start from the beginning for all of our friends who maybe are joining us for the first time, don't really know. Let's not skip ahead. I'm going to share my screen really quick, and here we go. All right, the first thing that you need to do is go to groovejv.com. Tuan is saying, ha 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 ha. What's so funny about groovejv.com? I'm kidding, of course. I know that you were referring to what we were talking about earlier, but groovejv.com is, of course, where you need to go in order for you to get started in anything affiliate marketing related. So if you're saying, I don't know how to log in, I don't know how to get my, swipe files, I don't know how to get my links, I don't know where I can find more information, what is it all about? Go to groovejv.com. All right, so here I'm going to type it in the comments so that wherever you might be, maybe you'll be able to see it, maybe you won't be able to see it. I don't know, but regardless, I am showing this on the screen for you right now. So groovejv.com is where you go to get more information about the Groove Affiliate Program. Once you are here, you will be able to read Get Paid Weekly with our Groove Partner Program to learn all about it. Go ahead and scroll through this. Watch the video from Mr. Mike Filsaime himself, the CEO and co-founder of GrooveFunnels.com. You will absolutely want to learn all about how you can maximize your conversions as well as your potential with the Groove Affiliate Program. More so, as you scroll down, you can learn how you can earn up to 40% recurring as well as up to 50% across multiple 2 tiers. Okay, that's all about the Groove JV program. But what I want to direct your attention to right now, as we scroll down a little bit, again, you need to make sure you have your account. You need to make sure that you are logged in. And once you are logged in, you will see that this exists right here. Otherwise, it'll say something like log in with your username and your password. Make sure that it is the right name. Okay, if it is not your account or if it's somebody else's account, you don't want to do that because you want to make sure that you get credits for the promotions that you do. All right, so what we need to do right now is to make sure that we, number one, take a look at right here where it says links. Okay, click on links, and this is where you will see all of your affiliate links. Now, if you want to learn more about what all these different affiliate links do for you, I recommend that you go and check out our previous Groove at Anytime sessions, which I'll leave you a link right here, grooveover.to/anytime. And once you go there, check out one of the, in fact, I'll show it to you right now. Go to groove.anytime or grooveover.to/anytime. And this will take you to our Groove at Anytime playlist on YouTube. What you want to do is you're going to want to find the one that says 4 simple ways to promote as a Groove affiliate, December 2020. Again, 4 simple ways to promote as a Groove affiliate, December 2020. That is the actual training where I show you all about all these different links, as well as the JV broker link here as well. So if you want to learn more about those, make sure you check out that training to learn all about it. Today, I want to show you more specifically about where you can get this particular link. Okay, so this is the GrooveFunnels live webinar. This is your affiliate link. Now, if you want to check out how this page actually looks like, I have yet another resource for you. If you go to grooveover.to/webinar. Again, that's grooveover.to/webinar. All right. This will take you to this page, which is the registration page for the webinars that I am continuing to do on Wednesday evenings at 8 p.m. Eastern time, which is Thursday morning at 9 a.m. my time, which means that I'm waking up early every single Thursday to be able to do this live webinar for you in the morning. And this is the page that you can send your people to go ahead and register. All right. So with that, this is how the page looks like, but for you, you're going to want to use this link. Again, you can find us at groovejv.com. Click on links, and the fourth one is called GrooveFunnels Live Webinar. You're going to want to use this as your affiliate link. Okay, so once you understand that, you understand how to get your GrooveFunnels Live Webinar affiliate link, go ahead and type in a number 1 in the chat so that I know that you are following me so far. All right, so go ahead. Type in a 1, and if you have any additional questions, also let me know. We got Market Media Services from YouTube join us saying, let's go. Thank you very much. Obviously, we are going to continue to do this. Coach Ryan is asking, will this webinar be evergreen in the future? The plan is always eventually to have something that is evergreen, but I believe because we are still in our test phases, so to speak, we will continue to do these live because we also want to continue to improve the process. We want to continue to improve the flow of the webinars. And I believe like last week, for example, when I was over the long holiday, I was wishing all the viewers and the attendees a happy holidays or happy Thanksgiving. Hope you're having a nice long weekend. Obviously, those things cannot be evergreen, right? Not every week is Thanksgiving weekend. Not every week has Black Friday or Cyber Saturday or Cyber Monday or, you know, Small Business Saturday or whatever else. And so for that, I knew that it was very time restricted, so to speak. So obviously, we're not going to use that one as evergreen. But in the future, as long as we get one that can be used as evergreen and everyone is happy about it, I would also be happy about not having to, you know, I'll still probably get up in the morning and I'll still, you know, take a look at all the comments and answer the questions and just oversee the entire process, even though it's evergreen. But it would be great if I'm not required to, you know, be awake and be all energetic right in front of the camera at 9 a.m. my time, because I am not a morning person. But thank you for asking that question. It's a great question. We do plan to make it evergreen if it makes sense in the future. All right. So we got a 1s. Thank you for sharing that. It means that you are following me so far. And we got all these 1s. Very cool. We got Sachin saying, hey, Simon, good to see you early in the morning. It is about 11:30 in the afternoon for me right now. So actually, I guess 11:30 a.m. is still part of the morning or early afternoon. So it's not early morning for me, but wherever you might be, a very good morning to you. Thank you for joining us. All right, very cool. So now that we have these links, let's talk a little bit about the actual email itself. All right. Once you come here on the exact same page, we're at groovejv.com still. And over here was where we just got the links. Now we want to go here to where it says swipes with the little email icon. Okay, this is the very first swipe file that we have created for you. Now, once you click on here, you will see something that should be pretty familiar because this has been around for a few months now. This is the GrooveFunnels free offer. This one is designed for you to to send your prospects to the main GrooveFunnels page. And over here, this is called the subject line, which means that this is what you're going to put in the subject of your email. Okay. Now, why is there 3? It's because these are 3 options of different subject lines that you can choose from. Again, not necessarily a base copy and paste method necessarily. We're not just saying you only have 3 options. These are 3 options, of course, that you can choose from, or you can reference them, or you can model after them, or you can use something completely different. Again, the purpose of all these swipe files is there for you to use if you want to. However, if you don't want to use them, no hard feelings. If you want to change them around, it is highly recommended. And just the same for the subject line over here, limited time only, GrooveFunnels is now free. You won't believe this free offer, my free bonus gift to you. All these you can choose to use if you want to or not. Okay, this is the original email. That is a little bit salesy, I would probably say, or maybe a little bit standard. It's not very personal. And so this was not what I was talking about earlier. Now, if you checked out Mr. Mike's State of the Groovian a couple of weeks ago, he talked about how with the body as well as the text view emails, we can actually do a lot more to format this, right? Because this technically we can use as HTML. And if you just click on this, you'll see that this is all HTML coding, which means that if we wanted to, we can make this bold, we can make it bigger text and everything if we wanted to. However, as you can see, for this particular email swipe, there are no formatting. Okay, so what this means is that this one is just text. The live webinar email swipe that I'm talking about is the one that's right next to GrooveFunnels free offer. So if you saw it already, maybe you checked it out already. Regardless, for those of you who didn't, I want to show this to you right now. Click on live webinar, and you will see now we have a brand new swipe file that has just been added very recently. That is also in the exact same format as what was already pre-written in the main email itself. The subject line also has 3, how many? 3 subject lines for you to choose from. Okay, the first one is simple, your exclusive invitation. Another one, watch this special presentation, ... And then another one says, join us live. Again, just recommendations, as are all swipe files. These are all recommendations and suggestions if you choose that you want to use it. However, if you want to change it up, for example, instead of your exclusive invitation, you want to say your exclusive invitation to this week's webinar, you can do that. Okay, so it's really up to you how you want to change it, model after it, use it as a way that you want to do it as a template or whatever else, or watch this special exclusive webinar presentation, or join us live on this brand new session starting this week. All of these are up to you how you want to use it. As we scroll down, you can see exactly what I'm talking about when I said that this is actually HTML, because if you want to send out HTML emails to your prospects in your email, in your autoresponder, in GrooveMail, you can do that as well. And here you can see that some additional suggestions, again, suggestions have been made. This title over here is a little bit bigger in terms of font size, as well as being bolded. And over here, you can see that there's some additional formatting as well. All right, so just to give you a little bit of an overview in regards to what this email consists of. Again, firstly, I want to remind you, this is just my own writing style. This is just my own template. You can use it if you want. You cannot use it if you don't want to. It's all up to you. You can use it as a template or model after it. But as you can see, for me, my style is a little bit more personal. It's as if I am writing to a friend. So you can consider this more of a lesson in copywriting if you want. I wouldn't really call it a copywriting lesson, because it's not necessarily the right or wrong way. It's just the way that I do it, and it's also the way that works for me. Okay, so take it as you will. If it helps you, then perhaps you can give me a thanks or a thumbs up later on. But for me, First of all, my writing style is a little bit more personalized. Okay, so I say, hi, hope you're doing well. Or if I send it on a Monday, I'll say something like, hope you had a good weekend. Or maybe, hope you're having a great start to your week. Or if it's the end of the week, then I might say something like, hope you had a great week, or hope you're looking forward to a great weekend, or something along those lines. Okay, so usually I started off with a general greeting, a salutation, a saying, hi, how are you? Type of thing. All right. So one thing that I want to share with you is the concept of AIDA. Okay. If you've heard of AIDA, type in a yes for yes, you've heard of it. If you haven't heard of it, say no so that I know to explain further. All right. So AIDA, first of all, what does it stand for? A stands for attention. I stands for interest. D stands for desire. And A stands for action. So for me, if you take a look at what the first A, which is attention, stands for, this is usually where we can use the subject line. So we don't want something as simple as just saying hi in the subject line, right? Because it's not going to catch anybody's attention. You don't want something that says, hey, it's me, or whatever, right? Unless you're somebody who is well known, you're sending it to friends maybe, and they know who you are, that captures their attention, then maybe you can use that. But regardless, the first A in AIDA is attention. Your subject line is where you want to capture that attention as well. Now, in addition, you also want to make sure that the first thing they read is something that, number one, could also continue to capture their attention. And in addition, may actually start to transaction into the I in AIDA, which is interest. So here we have everything you need to know about your free accounts with instant access. So that, of course, we wanted to capture their attention a little bit, as well as their interest. Now, the personal aspect is also going to continue their interest, because I can't tell you, and I'm sure you're the same, a lot of times we open up emails, we can pretty much tell that they are spam, because right away they will say things like, do you want to make $1 million online, or how would you like to be a millionaire overnight? And it's just going to be very hypey, it's going to be even quite spammy, and most of the time it might not even make it to our inbox. However, if you're more personal, again, that will get the guards a little bit off. Whoever is actually reading it, they will feel a little bit more personal. And so it increases the chances of them to continue to read, which for me works really, really well. Now, continuing on with interest, we start telling a story perhaps. 2020 has been a crazy year for all of us. Whether or not you were personally impacted, I'm sure we can agree that many people were lost jobs, closed down businesses, and uncertain futures. That's why when I came across this opportunity, I was surprised to see all these things being offered for absolutely free. So now this is the interest, right? We're making sure that we're saying things that are interesting to the people, and whomever that we're sending this to, they would be interested in what we have to say. Ideally, it is a very targeted crowd. It's maybe a database or a list of people who are interested in biz up, internet marketing, making money online, because those are the kind of people who would definitely be head over heels, right, over this type of content. Now, I'm sure because 2020, I mentioned, has been a crazy year for all of us, this could in fact be what's the word? This can be, a lot of people can relate to this. It's relatable to a lot of people simply because, yes, 2020 was a crazy year and has been impacting a lot of people all around the world. So by saying things like this that can be relatable to so many people around the world, this will help in attracting the interest. Now, the next AID, the next letter is D, which stands for desire. Right? So in desire, now we're talking about some of the things that could be desirable. For example, lifetime membership access, top online business software tools, active community of like-minded entrepreneurs. Actually, there's a typo here. I need to go ahead and fix this. Active community of like-minded entrepreneurs, digital marketing training, specialized product support, live sessions with Q&A, access to top marketers in the world, and so much more. It's called GrooveFunnels, and it's 100% the real deal, created and founded by leading veterans of the internet marketing space. So everything that we start to see right here on forward, goes with the desire, right? Because now we're talking to them. We're telling them what they want to hear. We're giving them what they want. What's even better is that there is a business opportunity built right in, which means that you can get started right away, even with zero investment whatsoever. Again, we're speaking to their desire. Yes, I'm serious. This is not a joke, and you are guaranteed to be able to secure your lifetime membership at no cost. These are all music to my ears, right? Because these are all things that I want to hear. To prove it to you, I'll tell you what, the leaders at Groove Funnels are organizing a free online webinar where they will explain the entire process and opportunity to us live. Now we're transitioning to that last A, AIDA. What does the last A stand for? Action, right? So now we're transitioning towards them taking that action. We got their attention. Now they're interested in what we have to say. We've talked about their desire. Now it's time for them to start taking action. So this is where we transition this in. And because I'm already a fellow member of this community, I've been given permission to invite 3 of my closest friends whom I feel would benefit from it and see the opportunity to improve their lives. I immediately thought of you. Smiley face. Okay, so again, not like the whole traditional, very professional, salesy type of thing. You put in a smiley face, it becomes a lot more personal, right? Smiley faces are things that you would send to your friends when you're chatting over Messenger. You send smiley faces, right? So it becomes a lot more personal type of experience. Let's join the webinar together. There's our call to action, right? The next session is coming up, and I'm planning on attending. Will you join me? We can watch the presentation together, and I'll also be happy to answer any questions that you have before and after the session. Spots are limited, so if you're interested, please do me a favor and let me know directly. Then be sure to secure your spots on this registration page. Now, the cool thing about groovejv.com is that once you go into the swipe file, your email will automatically be inserted with your affiliate link. Okay, so you don't need to worry about going to the link session and finding it and then copy and pasting it into your own promotional tool or your own emails or whatever else. This is already in there. This is my affiliate link. So when you go to groovejv.com and you're logged into your account, then you will also see your JV link, your affiliate link right here in the actual email itself. All right, so that all you have to do is just copy and paste the entire thing. Unless, of course, you want to create a redirect, you want to do a custom URL, a URL shortener. Again, go back to our Groove at Anytime archives. You will be able to see some additional training on how we can do that because we've covered that previously. Contact me if you plan to attend or have any questions, and I look forward to seeing you at the webinar. To your success, Simon Leung. Again, the cool thing about this particular tool is that it will replace your affiliate link with yours, and it will also replace the name with your name as well. So make sure that when you signed up for Groove Funnels and within your account that you have your full name or the name that you know people want to call you, because this is what's going to be placed inside of your email swipe. So mine obviously has my name. Yours should also have your name. P.S. And we usually end all of our emails with one final call to action or one final announcement or one final update or one final point called the PS. Most people actually scroll through, and if they read nothing else, they actually read the PS. So we want this to have some type of an important message. Okay, so we say the webinar is scheduled to be about 90 minutes, and the presenter will explain about all the free products, give us a live demo, and share more about opportunities to both save and earn. It's definitely going to be worth our time. So let's connect soon and make it a point to attend together. It really is an amazing community, and you will be blown away by what you see. Thanks, and let's chat soon. So again, a final call to action to ensure that even if they don't register, or maybe they do register, at the very least, they know to reach out to you, because as part of the webinar, we want them to reach out to you. We want them to ask you questions. We want to make sure that you give them the correct link so that you get credit, right, for your own upgrades and everything else, and that they upgrade through you instead of anybody else, so that you don't have to split those commissions. Again, go back to our Groove at Anytime archives to learn more about everything that I just talked about, because it's all a part of your training. So that's it. That is the actual email itself. As you can see over here, we have some minor HTML. It's not super elaborate with a whole bunch of formatting and colors and everything else. In reality, I don't really like emails with a bunch of colors and formatting. That's just me. If that's something that you prefer to do, of course, you can always do your own formatting as well. However, if you're also like me, I actually prefer to use something like text view. Text view means that there's no HTML, no coding, no formatting whatsoever. Everything is just in plain text. So when you scroll down, you will see the exact same email and everything is just in text format. Okay, so we don't have any fancy schmancy formatting or bolds or italics or anything along those lines. It is just a regular text email. When I send out emails, this is the kind of emails that I send. So that's just me. Again, whether or not you want to use it as a lesson, I'm just sharing with you what works for me and what I do. You have the option to choose whether you want text or if you want HTML or formatting. There is no right or wrong way. In fact, it's probably more of a personal preference thing. And that's why both of these options are here for you to choose. Okay, so that is it in terms of the live webinar swipe file. I will continue to work on additional ones. Maybe in due time, we'll have a second email for you, maybe even a third email for you. But right now, at the current time being, we only have one resource for you, which is under swipes and live webinar. Later on, I will continue to work on some additional ones, such as blog reviews or articles, maybe even create some banners, as well as social media links for you so that you can get additional resources for promoting the webinars. Who knows? I might even create some additional video reviews for you as well. You're welcome. All right. So if you're interested in all of that, make sure that you let me know that you want it. Write down in the comments, or more specifically, maybe you can even say you want some articles, or you want some blog reviews, or you want some videos or social media posts or banner ads or signatures or whatever else, so that we know how to prioritize. We know which one you want the most, so that we can actually focus on that next, or at least make it a priority to focus on whatever else. All right. So if you've gone ahead and followed me here so far, if you have any additional questions, please go ahead and leave it right down there in the comments so that we know to help you answer them. Again, we want to make sure that that we are here. All right. So Facebook user is saying it's 11 p.m. right now for me. And one thing that I should actually continue to stress to each and every single one of you, and I've talked about this in previous Groove Anytime, as well as in our previous sessions everywhere else. One thing that we need to understand and practice is the art of gratitude, right? It's very easy for us to be overly demanding. It's very easy for us to take a look at one thing and say, well, what about this and what about that? One thing that you need to know, none of these swipe files need to be here. The webinars don't need to exist. We don't actually need to do anything else other than maybe give you some preliminary training to help you. Okay, so if you're here, what we really want to make sure that you do is that you understand that all these things are provided to you for free. And of course, if you want some additional request or whatever else, it is okay to request more and to ask nicely. However, and I'm going to call you out here, buddy, only one swipe file. How about continuous email marketing, like 10 swipes or so at least? Okay. Here's the thing. I don't have to write any email swipes for you if I don't want to. Okay, so the fact that I have already created one for you and that I told you that it is the first one, this is already going above and beyond. It's not that it's only one, it's that it's the first one that I've created for you. What about continuous email? What about continuous email? What about 10 swipes? What about 10 swipes? I already said in the beginning that you should actually be creating your own content. So if you want to have your own continuous emails, you want your own 10 swipes, feel free to create it. Don't depend on me. Don't depend on the Groove team. Don't depend on anybody else. All of these are here for you as a resource for free. Appreciate it. Okay. If you don't want to use it, then don't use it. It's not required that you use it. However, if we are providing you resources, we need to be thankful for them and not be demanding and asking for more. However, I did just say that we will continue to be adding additional swipe files as we see fit. All right. So if you want to maybe write your own swipe files or do your own email marketing, that is the most highly recommended method anyway. Don't spoil it for everybody else by having this kind of attitude. Okay. So thank you very much for sharing. It is a great lesson for all of us to learn. We also have, is anyone using it free? I'm not sure what you mean by is anyone using it free. If you're talking about GrooveFunnels, there are hundreds of thousands of free members. I'm sure you will find plenty of them. We've got Christine saying hi. And then we have, I forgot already the question that I asked about yes or no, but apparently we have a lot of people who are answering no. We have a lot of people who are answering yes. So maybe I'll need to go back and see what my question is about yes or no, but thank you for the interaction. Okay, Robert is saying, is exposing the problem your product solves as attention grabber, or is it better to use it to gain interest? I would probably say whatever type of problem that you might have that you can solve can definitely be used as an attention grabber. So for example, do you need a free website builder, right? That is a solution to a problem, isn't it? That is very well can be something that we can put on the subject line as an attention grabber. So it really does depend on you. I think if you have something that gains interest, it's usually something that continues the conversation, which you can repeat, but in a variety of different ways as well. Rick is saying aloha from Honolulu. Discount Rush Brands and Doctors. Funny T says, we need Instagram posts. I don't think you need Instagram posts. I think you want Instagram posts. And so with that, I believe if you just simply go to the social media, a lot of these posts actually you can use and post across any types of social media that you want. Okay, so again, I would probably say the right way to ask is to ask nicely. I'm not saying that you're not asking nicely, but instead of saying we need Instagram posts, say can we have Instagram posts, please? But then I would say the same thing. You can probably refer to a lot of these that are pre-written for you in the social media. So a lot of them actually are the exact same. Regardless, let's move on a little bit. Facebook user says, I want it, please. Great. I will go ahead and do that. Cliff says, I appreciate you. Thank you much. We also appreciate you as well. Rick says, sounds like you're having gimme issues. I feel you as a computer troubleshooter. Yes, we're just trying to make sure that everybody is appreciative. Miles says, truly should create 10 swipes and donate them. If he doesn't want to give them for free, why complain about others giving free? We don't need to kind of beat this over the head or whatever. We just want to make sure that everybody is appreciative of everything that is being offered. We shouldn't be overly demanding. If this is for you, then it's for you. If it's not, then why not? Just like Miles. And it's a great way, because right after the last session, Miles actually contacted me personally. And he said, I would like to selflessly also contribute and help with the community with additional content and resources and everything else. This is a great example, right? Instead of finding the problem, and just like I believe it was Robert who was saying earlier, what if you can solve the problem? Yes, be a problem solver. Don't just say, I want this, we don't have that, we need this. How about you contribute and volunteer and help other people all at the same time? This is, at the end of the day, what this community is about. So be like Miles, right? And have him lead by example, because very soon you're actually going to see more from him in the form of content videos. He says that he has a gift for teaching newbies, for showing tutorials. Obviously, he doesn't have to. He doesn't have to volunteer. He doesn't have to share with us. He doesn't have to provide us with content, but he chose to. So let's all practice the art of giving, the art of gratitude. If you're not going to contribute, the least that you can do is to say thank you, to use it, maybe make kind requests on what else that you would want. But I would absolutely say let's appreciate everything that we have. And of course, if you want to contribute, let's go ahead and make sure that we do that. Okay, so Facebook user says, thank you for the information. We got Vinay saying hello. Jeff says, good stuff. Thanks. Discount says true. Thank you. Robert says, seems like there are a lot of people in the community that have been spoiled and don't realize the super team Mike put together. They should understand you guys are the best in the world at what you do. And I think maybe that's partly or mostly a lot of that. I don't want to call it a problem, right? But I think in terms of the mentality and the mindset, yes, I do agree that Mike just absolutely spoiled all of us. He spoiled us rotten. There are so many things that he doesn't have to do, right? He can just basically say every single one of the Groove products is a monthly fee. He can say anytime that we upgrade something, it's a monthly fee. You want some additional resources like the one that you see over here, we can charge you extra for that training. We charge you extra for that webinar. We charge you extra for that. It came directly from him that he says all these things we should provide for free. So that's what I see as well when it comes to my own students in my own coaching programs, in my own courses. You want to have the very best interests for your students, and you want to basically make sure that your clients and your customers are getting the absolute best. And so you want to over deliver over and over and over again. But the problem is that the more that you over deliver, the higher their expectations are going to be. So we need to make sure that we draw that line. And we need to make sure that we understand that a lot of things that are being provided, they don't need to be provided. We need to be appreciative. Okay, we need to be thankful. We need to feel blessed that all these things are here, because I guarantee at just a split of a second, boom, everything can be taken away. And if you decide to leave this community and want to find the exact same thing or even a fraction of what you get right here for free anywhere else, good luck. You will never, ever find a community as giving as this one right here at Groove. And it's all thanks to our leaders, Mike and John and Donna and everyone else. They make sure that you get the absolute best. So let's go ahead and be thankful for that. We got Facebook user saying, I'm happy to be here. I would like to know when or where I could find a schedule, because I'm grateful for all your help. I know this takes a lot of your time and energy. Thank you so much, sir. You're very welcome. First of all. Second of all, I'm not sure what schedule you are talking about. There is a schedule of training that David Lemon, I believe, has. And you can, anyone who knows can correct me if I'm wrong, but it might be something along the lines of groovefunnels.com/schedule or groovefunnels.com/calendar, if that's the schedule that you're talking about. If you're talking about the webinar happens every single Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you convert that to your own time. I am in Malaysia, so it's Thursday, 9 a.m. for me. Again, it's 8 p.m. Wednesday evening Eastern Standard Time for the live webinar. And in terms of these shows, Groove at any time, we can literally be on at any time. Okay, so there's no schedule there. Just make sure that you're, subscribed or liked, turn on those notifications so that you will be notified anytime that we are live. Facebook user says, I appreciate you. Thank you very much. Great offer and great platform. Thank you again. Cliff says, Mike and his partners are very clever businessmen. Yes, they are businessmen and women. Don't forget, Donna Fox is also a huge part of the brains right there as well. And Vinay is setting out a link to another one of our schedules. This one is more so on the rollout schedule. So if you're not talking about the training or anything else, this one looks a little bit long. So I'm going to retype this. Thank you very much, Vinay, for sharing this. It doesn't have to be that super long link. All you need to do is go to groovefunnels.com/infographic, and you will be able to find it. All right. Facebook user says, yes, thank you so much for your kindness and help. We should thank our entire Groove community, not just the leaders, not just the team, but also a lot of community members are volunteering their time to see. You're going to see a lot of new content coming up very soon. So let's be all excited about that as well. All right, very cool. So this is it. Again, once again, go to groovejv.com, go to links to find your links, go to swipe to find, again, your very first email swipe. We're going to go ahead and continue on to provide you with additional resources. We're all very busy. I'm sure you can imagine everybody is very busy. You're also very busy. So please make sure that you understand in terms of everything that is coming your way. All All right, very, very cool. In conclusion, we're going to wrap up everything that we have here for you because I understand it's getting late in the US. To all of our friends who are watching us here right now, let's go ahead and make sure that you get enough rest for a nice week ahead. For me, it is Monday. My day is just beginning, and today we just closed our semi-lockdown in certain areas of the city. So I'm looking forward to going out. I'm looking forward to going grocery shopping or dining or whatever else. We're just going to end up spending the entire day outside simply because we missed it so much. But in conclusion, for today, believe it or not, today is December 7th. We are marking 3.5 weeks left in 2020. This is traditionally what we call the end of the year rush. Whether you're in a business or whether you have your own company or your own shop, or even if you have your own job or a career, usually this is the time where we start rushing everything to close the end of the year. And now is that time. And now, though, even though we're doing things groove related, you're an entrepreneur, or at least you're trying to build something off on the side, as I just mentioned, please realize all of us are very busy. Everybody is working hard. For example, for me, I continue to come up with different resources. I continue to create different swipe files, maybe different emails or videos or ads or blog reviews or articles or whatever else. If one gets done, then let's appreciate that one. If we have 5 collectively, then we appreciate that 5. Let's not say, well, what about this? What about that? We should have 10. We should have 50. We should have 100. You can have as many as you want. But at the end of the day, please make sure that you understand you should not depend on us. These are all resources. These are all templates that you should be modeling after anyway, okay? So if you have the intention already of wanting to copy and paste every single one of the 5, 10, 50, 100 emails that you expect to be pre-written for you, you're probably in the wrong place. This is not a community for you to copy and paste your way to success. We want to build you as real leaders, as real entrepreneurs, as real success entrepreneurs. If we spoon feed you every single step of the way, what's going to happen when you build your next business, when you promote your next product, when you do your next service, right? We can't always have that. As they say, give a man a fish, you feed him for a day. You teach a man how to fish, you feed them for life. So that's what we want to do. We want to teach you. We want to assist you. We give you resources. Again, maybe we spoiled the market too much, but providing too much. However, let's just appreciate what we have and look forward to that. In terms of the Groove team, they also continue to put in applications in place, whether it's the technology, whether it's the software, whether it's all the updates, the bugs that continue to happen, the updates and the fixes of the bugs that continue to happen every single day. One thing that we understand is that, yes, updates are happening all the time. Another example is when I see the different comments, when I see things that people say in the chats, in the comments or wherever else, all they focus on are things like, I experienced this one bug here and there, and they say things like, well, when's it going to be fixed? This is expected to not exist, or when is it going to be, not going to happen anymore? And some of them, sure, they're paid members, and some people are also free members as well. Now, it doesn't matter if you're a free member or a paid member. The issue here is the expectation, right? Bugs are being fixed every single day. Features are being released every single day. Updates to the entire software and everything else continue to get progress every single day as well. So the right mindset to this is not, this is a problem, this sucks, I'm going to complain about this, I'm going to whine about it, but instead you should be looking at it as something that, well, what can I do to contribute to help? How can I provide more feedback in a nice way and communicate in a professional, mature manner that will make sure that the entire team and the community can benefit? Let's think about that in terms of productivity, in terms of being respectful, because this is what the community is all about as well. And then there's also you. A lot of the resources is created for you. A lot of the webinars, these swipe files, are created for you. The software, the community, the training, it's all created for you as well. So for you right now, I would recommend that you try and make use of all these different resources. You see what it is that can be helpful to you and implement them, okay? Take a look at the webinars. They're happening every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern time. If you feel like these webinars are going to be helpful to you to help explain the entire thing about Groove to your prospects, then invite more people to these webinars. If you feel that the swipe files are going to be helpful for you to invite these people, then use these swipe files. Like I said, if you want to copy and paste, you can. Highly not recommend it. Encourage for you to write them in your own words, in your own style, in your own voice. Send them out, get more people onto the webinar, and use that, leverage it so that we can actually help you. Okay, so you make use of everything that is available to you. I would highly recommend that you use the remaining 3.5 weeks that we have in 2020 to set everything up so that in 2021, you will start with having the best and most successful year yet. Now, finally, if you're interested in helping, if you're interested in contributing to the community, as I mentioned, for example, Mr. Miles, he was here and he said hi, and he's also somebody who volunteered his time to provide some additional content for a lot of us. Okay, so we should number one, appreciate him for that. But number two, if you also want to contribute to the community in any way, for example, you want to help to organize all the different things that we have going on. Maybe you have skills in copywriting. Maybe you're technical. Maybe you can do video editing or graphics or maybe content creation, or you have something to share. You want to be on these live shows, or maybe you want to collab together on videos, okay? We have a lot of opportunities for you to be involved in every single one of those. So now we kind of want to transition. We want to transition from being just a regular community of trainers, of staff, of team of people who continue to give you basically like a one-way thing, right? The team at Groove, they share with you all this different stuff and you basically absorb everything. We want this to be a two-way thing for anybody who is quote unquote on the other side and you want to be on this side. You want to contribute, you want to help. This is your invitation to do so. With now the extension of Groove at any time, as well as a series of brand new YouTube videos. By the way, if you haven't had the chance, go to Groove Funnels Facebook page by going to groovefunnels.com. Type that in right now, /Groove, not groovefunnels.com, facebook.com/groovefunnels. Okay, you will see our Facebook page and you will see my very first YouTube style video, a talking head video, something that we will continue to do as a way for us to spread additional more value to community members like you, as well as other people who may not yet even be a part of our community. And that is going to be an invitation for any single one of you who also want to do your own content. You want to share your own tutorials. You have something that you want to share. Whatever it is, reach out to me personally, okay, on Facebook and discuss how we can all better improve the overall community together as a team. So this is, again, yet another open invitation. We already have people who have volunteered to produce content, to contribute with different video tutorials, as well as people who are helping out with content creation and video editing and graphics and everything along those lines. So if you feel like any one of those things, whether in the foreground or in the background, you're interested in helping us out, reach out to me personally and let's discuss. And I look forward to having you a much bigger part of our community. All right, so with that, this is all that I have for you. Speak now or forever hold your peace. We're going to wrap up with anybody who has any last minute things to say right here in the comments. Again, Facebook user, yes, thank you so much for your kindness and help. We got Discount Rush Brands and Doctors. Is it Doctors or DRS Funny Teas? I'm not sure. Thank you. And thank you, Groove Digital. You are very welcome. Thank you for being here. Robert is saying we need to create an anytime drinking game. That is too funny. So go ahead and organize it if that's something that you want to do. Cliff is saying thank you. You are very welcome. Jerry is saying yes, planning to upgrade. Congratulations on that fine decision. I'm sure it is something that will definitely be a wise choice, as a lot of people inside of this community will be able to attest. Robert is saying, who wants to build a Groove Business Development Center? Maybe if you want to offer more suggestions on a description on what you mean by a Groove Business Development Center, let's go ahead and discuss that over private chats and see if it makes sense for us to build together as a community. All right. We also have Market Media Services saying, I really don't understand why some people are complaining when they are specifically told the platform is in beta. What need to be more appreciative and empathetic, or we need to be more appreciative and empathetic. Thanks, Simon. Thank you, and thank you to the Groove team. I think it's just a matter of personal expectations. It's okay. And, a lot of people have their own personal expectations, but at the same time, we also need to be understanding of what this particular community is all about. So I thank you for your kind words. Rick is saying, I appreciate the straight talk. Yeah, sometimes, I don't really know if I can hit it off with everybody over here. I'm more by personality an introvert. I don't really talk much, but I think the entrepreneur, the leader, the mentor, the coach, the speaker, the trainer, whatever you want to call it, in me that I've been a part of for the past 15, 16 years, sometimes depending on who you talk to, we need that tough love, right? We need to be strict, we need to be blunt, we need to be frank, and we need people to actually know how to get the most out of their experience here inside of the community. So it's much better that they hear it from me as opposed to people like Mike or John or Donna, right? You want to make sure that we all understand how we should act appropriately as professionals to ensure that we all feel appreciated and a good part of the community. Okay. DRS Funny Tees for Discount Rush. I just add brands, great info. Thank you. Thank you very much. We got Facebook users saying thank you for sharing your time. You are inspirational. Thank you. And thank you, Vinay, for your help. Very cool. Everybody, thank you for your help as well. Thank you for being here. It is our time, our pleasure, our honor, our privilege, any opportunity that we have to be in front of the camera and share as much as we can with you, because ultimately, we want to ensure that your membership inside of our Groove community is to your best advantage. 2021 is coming very soon in 3.5 weeks. Let's do what we can in the remaining few weeks to ensure that we can do as much as possible to make it super duper amazing. So with that, I want to thank you for your time today. I want to thank you for, for the future, everything that we're going to be doing together. Again, reach out to me if you have anything that you want to discuss, you want to contribute, you want to help out, because this is what the community is all about. Let's transition our minds to being more appreciative. Let's be givers instead of takers. Let the Groove community help all of us to be the best versions of ourselves as we welcome in the brand new year in 3.5 weeks. So let's do what we can to make it our best yet. Let's continue to make this a tremendous experience for all of us. And on behalf of Groove and myself, we look forward to catching you on the next one. You gotta get into the groove.